Hello, wrestling fans. It's Charisma. Hey, that's me. And today I'm with Jeremiah Plunkett.
Yo again, everybody. Jeremiah Plunkett and Quentin Charisma. Once again, we are smack dab along ringside and ready to go with another big week of the Territorial Rasslin Review podcast. Quentin, how you doing this week, my friend?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I've survived 2 nearly rained out fairs and still live to tell about it. Didn't fall on any wet rings or slip in anyone's nachos, so I'm making it.
Oh man, yeah. Some fair shows you never know what you're gonna get.
No,
but 99.99% chance if it's outdoors or not under a shelter, you're gonna get rain or had rain that day.
You're gonna get rain, or every day leading up to it will be in the 80s and perfect weather, and then it'll be windy and 61 like it was last night.
Oh, so you need to borrow my old turtleneck from back in the day.
Man, if I would have had layers, I would have wore them. Want to see if anybody had the whole old Assassin's full body suit.
Yeah, it's a nylon K&H suit. Be good to go.
I did have my K&H Tarzan on because I figured if I fell in the mud, that'd be the easiest thing to clean. Because those old nylons you can just throw in the washer and dryer and it'll be fine.
Yep. I never dried mine though. I always washed them and hung them up.
I would usually hang them, but when you got the real thick heavyweight, like you could dry it and it wasn't going to do a thing to it.
I know. I just never.
I never did it on high heat. I always did on low heat.
Yeah. I guess because I didn't never dry none of my other stuff. When I washed it all, I'd hang everything up. So I just always hang them up.
Oh yeah, I finally learned you can't dry spandex. I always thought all those years you were just being like over paranoid about it. And then when I started, not when I wasn't tagging with you anymore and started doing it on my own, I dry them, and then I get those little frizzies.
Yep, that's like I remember.
I was like, man, these tights don't last long at all.
When I was living at home, when I started wrestling, I was living at home, and we had you had to go to the kitchen, and then you go up these doors. We had a screened-in porch, and then there was a garage. The screened-in porch had a ceiling fan, and so like spring, summer, and even in the fall, I would when I wash my stuff, I was like, I hang it outside, it'll dry faster. So I would take my stuff and put on hangers and hang it from the ceiling fan on the screened-in porch. My mom come home one day from work, she's like, "What the crap's hanging from the ceiling fan to the screened-in porch?" It's my wrestling gear. She said, "Take that down, that looks horrible." I said, "I was drying." I know, stupid story makes no meaning.
No, I actually have a similar one. So I finally, when I first started wearing trunks, nobody smartened me up that, hey, you need to wear under trunks. And I didn't look at myself, so I didn't realize you could see anything. So I'm just, out there free balling it under my trunks.
Oh, no.
And this is for years. And finally, I'm watching a match back with a girl I'm seeing, and she stops it and she goes, you've got to start wearing stuff under your trunk. Like, what are you talking about? And she fast forwards a little bit and hits pause, and it was my Arn Anderson trunk, so white in the front.
Oh, I love those.
And she's like, you can see everything. So I remember reading in Mick Foley's book about how Al Snow freeballed, but a lot of the guys to not have lines would wear thongs. So it took some looking in Tennessee, but I found male thongs and began wearing those.
Yeah.
And I'm living at home at the time, and my mom's doing my laundry and finds random thongs in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, "Whose are these? Because they're not mine." Yeah, so that was a weird conversation. My stepdad laughed at me a lot about that.
I'm sure he ribbed you about that for a while.
Oh, yeah. I just started owning it.
Oh, man. That's funny. Yeah. A lot of people, because I never had trouble. I always had layers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were so packed in. Took a crowbar to get you out some nights, especially with the K&H.
Dude, one time, I had on K&H leggings, K&H butcher, K&H trunks one night. I was like, man, I'll probably get shot. That bullet wouldn't go through these things.
Yeah. Especially if they're all the heavyweight. I mean, good God.
Well, my leggings wasn't heavyweight, but my butcher's trunks always were.
Yeah. The most durable wrestling gear there ever was.
Yeah, it was because I would switch up the leggings, different colors more than 'Cause I just had like 2 trunks, 2 butchers, or some. Well, actually, when sometimes there for a beginning, I didn't do butcher. I did the button crotch tops, but yeah, I always got the heavyweight and that stuff. Except, like I said, the leggings, I switch them out different colors. So I didn't ever get the heavyweight because I didn't wear them enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Didn't wear them as much as I only had 1 pair of the K&H nylon leggings, and everything. All the other leggings were spandex. So I just switched those out. That's so many different ones. So I never did buy them. Now, if I would have just had, if I was wearing the same leggings though, I definitely would have bought the heavyweight.
Hey man, Buzzed Up found the hack there for a while. For a while, he was getting plus size women's leggings and is putting those under his trunks and butcher, and he was fine.
Dude, that's what I wore the last, well, not with it, but until from 99 until 04 when I was out from my wreck. That's all my leggings were, down from Romans.
There you go. You could do it for sure.
I mean, can't get pink and purple nylon leggings.
See, if people just bring back the layered look and just get a black pair of trunk, then you could save a lot of money and just buy leggings from the department store.
Yeah, I was paying like $15, then shipping. But yeah, I was getting them off from Romans, and that's where I got those. They're I don't know. They're like kind of like what? I don't know what kind of design they were, but I had a pair of pink ones, or pink and white and purple and white. I wore them a lot, but you can't. I wore them in those. Grief, my mind just went blank.
Well, while your brain's falling apart, I'll tell you.
WMF. Those WMF videos.
Yeah.
Can't really tell the designs on them though. That's what, speaking of WMF, did you watch the Kevin Jones match? What?
I know. I tell you, man, I've had 3 bookings this week, and that's more than I've had in forever.
But it's only 15 minutes long.
Yeah, you want to skip the Bockwinkel Lawler match and watch that?
No, because I don't think we can repeat the stuff on there.
No way we could. We would be canceled, as with the podcast.
Well, no, we had to put the explicit gimmick on Anchor.
Yeah.
For it. But all right. I'm gonna correct myself from last week when you asked me if he was going on that card for Memphis, and he said Mike Boyer. And he asked if that was Mike Boyette, and I said no, I was wrong. For some reason, I was thinking of Bob Boyer, but that actually was Mike Boyer. Mike Boyette.
Okay.
Yeah, that Mike Boyer was actually Mike Boyette. For some reason, I was thinking Bob Boyer. He did like an indie gimmick at one time once. I think he did like an indie gimmick one time, and yeah, he worked a lot of different places. So that's what I was thinking about, because I've always seen Mike Boyette's name. I've never seen Mike Boyer.
So was he working as Mike Boyer, or did whoever put that up just misspell it?
You know what? I think it was just. I think he might have been working that way, because I'm trying to think. Well, see, I've only seen him advertised a lot. He worked a little bit for Fez UWA, but it's Mike Boyette on that, and I'm pretty sure it was Mike Boyette for Goulas, and I know he's Mike Boyette in Gulf Coast. He was down there forever. Now, he might have been Mike Boyer, if I think about it, when he worked for Watts. He might have been, come think about it. But that was later on. Yeah, I got him mixed up. Yeah, that was Mike Boyette. I was thinking of Bob Boyer, the older guy that did the indie gimmick, different places. So that's what I like doing this. You learn stuff.
And I want to say, and to get back on the topic just for a second that we were just on, the one pair of leggings I've been hunting for and can never find the exact print is the old Terry Funk leggings. I would wear long tights if I could find that print. Now to wear the Terry Funk long tights.
The spandex ones he wore, the white and black stripe and the red and black stripe?
Yep. I was told they're actually some old workout tights is what they are.
Yeah, that's what they are, yeah.
And I can't find the exact print.
I'm telling you, man, for that time period, because I tell you who was really big in the spandex workout at that time period was California Crazy Wear.
Yeah.
I bet that's what they were.
Maybe.
I know they weren't Nikes, but yeah, they were just spandex. But yeah, you don't see those.
No, and man, 2 of my favorite guys wore them. You know what I mean? Like it was Funk, and then Candido was wearing them for a while.
Yeah,
that's 2 of my favorite guys.
Now that's such an old pattern, and you might, if you can find somebody that still has a pair, maybe, but that unless you get somebody to make you some, that'd be a little pricey.
Oh, the thoughts crossed my mind for sure. And
That
it's
wouldn't
funny.
be too funny.
You can find the stripes, but they're not quite. It's not quite them. You know what I mean?
But I mean, you could get them. You could get some made like it, identical to it. But I mean, I don't think it costs you too much.
It probably wouldn't, and I just haven't pulled the trigger.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be over $100 because I mean they're going to have to cut out the different materials. I mean, it probably won't be that. It ain't going to be that hard, but I'm saying probably 150 tops.
Yeah,
maybe.
For sure.
So I'd say anywhere from 125 to 150.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
To me, that's a lot of money, but for something nobody else has, that'd be cool though.
Yeah, for sure.
Now if you just get some of those Terry Funk boots, you'd be all set then, wouldn't you?
Oh man, Terry had some. Well, which one? Either ones, but he had those red, white, and blue boots that were sweet, and he also had the Tinny Llamas.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure you're probably referring to the Tinny Llamas.
Yeah. Tony Llamas, but they called them Tinny Llamas because they were.
Yeah, because they're tennis shoes.
I almost bought a pair of those for $50.
Oh, you're killing me.
You know what? It's a '93. Somebody had a pair. I don't know who it was. Somebody had a pair in the dressing room in Columbia, Tennessee, for $50. I couldn't get my foot in them. They were like size 9. There was no way I could have got my foot in them.
The one pair that I've ever was able to get my hands on in my size, they were narrow, so they're made real narrow.
Yeah, they're made really narrow. Yeah, that's why I couldn't.
And I don't have a wide foot, but I don't have a narrow foot either, and they're made more on the narrow side. And I couldn't get my foot in it.
Well, Bob Cook's got the biggest collection I know of.
Yep.
He's got the biggest collection. But yeah.
All right, yeah, we got off in the weeds, but we do that.
Yeah. You may tell me my story after we get done with this about what we're talking about this week about the video you found.
Yeah, let's save it till after, but absolutely.
Okay. Found some old matches of myself. You did.
Yeah, we did.
All right. Let me get my thing queued back up here.
All
pass. Whoa. I probably want to mute that. That's a little loud.
Yeah, heard the sultry tones of one Lance Russell. And
that's right.
We are going to Memphis at the Mid-South Coliseum, August 21st, 1978. This video is brought to us by Lawler Wrestling Territories on YouTube. The match is Nick Bockwinkel versus Jerry Lawler. And are you all set?
Yeah, I'm set. And if you're watching along with us, you most likely you cut it on there. You're going to see Lance Russell and Bill Dundee with look like he stole a Jerry Reed's cowboy hat. So it's the same match. It's.
Yeah, this was from, we were talking about this before, this was from the B show.
Yeah.
And we found the entire show, actually, and it looked like it was full matches from the Mid-South Coliseum. Some may have been joined in progress, but I skimmed through a little bit, and they keep going back. I guess Lance and Bill are hosting the show this morning. And Bill only puts on the hat before the Lawler match. I thought was funny.
Yeah, I'll find out tonight what's all on it, because I'm definitely going to watch it. Yeah. Roy Lucier, if I know what we're getting, I'm way off the thing here, but go check out he's got everything, man. Roy Lucier's the man. All right.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And he's got multiple different YouTube pages, so search Roy Lucier, and he has it all separated. So if you're looking for lucha, if you're looking for Japanese, if you're looking for territory stuff, he's got it all.
Yeah, he's the man.
And he puts it out there for consumption. He doesn't just have it, he puts it out there.
Yeah, definitely.
So we appreciate Roy. If you are set, I'm ready.
I'm ready when you are.
000, and we'll hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, it's dark. Oh, there it goes. It's not dark. Speaking of K&H, what is on Lawler's boots? Is that his knee pads?
Lawler never wore no knee pads.
I know, but look at his boots.
I think they're.
It's not his hat.
I think they're.
Oh, there's Bobby.
Yep. Oh, wait till you see Bobby's outfit. When I pulled this up, it watched for a couple minutes, and I saw his outfit, and it was great. No, I think those are Lawler's. I think he had a pair of black and white cowboy boots. Well, not cowboy boots, but slip-ons. Yeah. Because I guess Lawler got tired of tying laces real quick.
Yeah. Bockwinkel's what, about late 30s here?
I figured he was 62. Look at that outfit.
California.
In Lakers colors.
Yep. Oh,
Bobby is loud.
They're wearing trunks.
No,
Trunks and leggings, or is that?
no, that he's got pants, but they're like half
Oh,
and
I
half.
see them now. I got okay. Oh, that's heat getter right there, ain't it?
Oh yeah.
See, look at those Lawler's boots. It looks like he's got because the bottoms are white,
Yeah, I think it's just two different color like slip-ons.
but the backs of them.
They look like they're silver and black.
I just never seen them look like that.
I just realized Bockwinkel's not wearing knee pads. Did he always not wear knee pads?
Not in the old days. Hardly anybody did. Is Lawler's leggings orange or red?
I can't tell with the footage. I'm
You
going
tell
with
me.
red just because that's always the classic Lawler outfit I think of is the black butcher and the red tights. But that's also was his Monday Night Raw outfit forever when he had the black jacket with the gimmicks on the shoulders.
Is that Calhoun or is that?
See, I was wondering that myself.
Dave Ferguson, or what his name was. Oh, look at him wiping down. That's heat.
I don't think it's Calhoun. Like I know Calhoun was thin, but that dude almost seems too thin to be Calhoun. And I don't remember Calhoun ever wearing the stripes.
Oh, big hip toss. Feet up, arm drag, feet up, slam, Tennessee spot. Boom.
Yep. International
See,
right off the bat.
There we go. Powder out. See, a lot of people get it wrong. They do the slam in the middle. Slam's always the last.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That whole get up by Heenan is awesome. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Why doesn't he have
he's got Bobby.
Yeah, why didn't he have a purple pocket on the yellow side?
I don't know. Run out of material?
Yeah.
But he's got Bobby on his sleeve. That whole suit right there is a heat getter.
Yeah. And this is before Lawler started wearing rollerblading elbow pads.
Yeah. Oh, Bockwinkel's telling the ref he grabbed the hair. I think it is Calhoun.
Man, 70s Calhoun had a big old head of hair, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Everybody did in the 70s. But making noise, I'm eating me a Baby Ruth. I'm hungry. Don't judge me.
Are you sure it's a Baby Ruth? You haven't been buying any pools lately, have you?
Maybe. No, top wrist lock. You got Bockwinkel. Nice. Whoa.
Look at the wrestling we're getting out of Jerry Lawler.
I know.
Bockwinkel was such a master, man.
He was so good.
Just the way he moved around the ring.
Yeah. Oh, headlock take over to the head scissors. Lawler keeps getting up into Bockwinkel's face. He ain't even working the crowd.
You know, a match I'd love to see I'd love to see two matches actually in their entirety. I'd like to see the match where it was like, what was it, $500 a punch or something like that, and I'd like to see the match that led to it. Because I know Bockwinkel probably took every punch and sold everyone differently, but great.
Let's go behind by Bockwinkel. I was trying to figure out how to reverse out of it.
We're getting treated to a shot of a big yellow butt.
Yeah. A butt shot.
A prolonged butt shot.
Yeah. They're milking this. Milking this for all it's worth, I think.
Yep. Calhoun's got his sweet bell bottoms, by the way.
Oh, Bobby's are bell bottoms too. Did you notice them? Hey, it's 78, man. Bell bottoms are still rocking in 78. Oh, nice person to go behind. No. Oh, look at Lawler.
Yeah, Lawler with a sit-up. Lawler actually wrestled in high school.
Did he?
A little bit, yeah. Well, according to the 3-hour shoot interview I listened to, he did.
Bobby's over there wiping the sweat off Bockwinkel, getting heat. Bockwinkel's back in. We get another lockup. Headlock by Lawler.
So let's see, it's 78. So Lawler's how many years in? 4 or 5?
8.
Oh, did he start in 70?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what part. This is either going into 8 or 7.5 or whatever. I think his first match on TV was like 70, I think. Bockwinkel's in the hair. Shoots him off. Big shoulder tackle. Drop down. Get it again.
Sound wrestling.
Get it again.
And not the match you expect from Lawler.
No.
He's definitely working Bockwinkel's match.
If you don't know what get it again means, it means he got the headlock takeover on him. He's saying that he pulled his hair, I think.
He's not headlock. I don't even think he's the brain yet.
I think he was beautiful Bobby Heenan, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think he came to the brain until later on, wasn't it? Maybe. I'm not. But AWA stuff, I don't know a lot of history about it.
Now, see, I always love this reversal, and it's underutilized. It's basically a crossface across the nose to get out of the headlock.
Yeah, he's crossfacing definitely.
He and Kurt in one of their matches do that into a roll through and maintain the headlock, and it looks so good.
Henning and Bockwinkel?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Hennig and Lawler didn't do that spot. Now those are boot. They've got strappies on them.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and they're like silver and black, and they've got some strap gimmicks.
They're just different style from his regular slip-ons.
As long as he's not wearing his ugly airbrush tights, I'm okay.
Well, we're in this side headlock for all good out, ain't they?
Yeah, they're definitely getting the most out of a little.
Yeah, shooting back off, tackle, drop down. Nope. Oh, Bockwinkel with the slam. Kick off. Oh, get it again. Oh, there we go. That was sweet, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is textbook wrestling. This is easy stuff.
Yep.
It's good.
Yeah, there's some in the ring. You see that? The ref
Who got it out of there, too?
Did Heenan throw it in? So he's looking at Heenan, throwing something to Heenan. Working that headlock. This is definitely a Bockwinkel match.
Is this Lawler's first shot at the AWA title, or?
That's got to be close.
Yeah, because the split was 77, right?
What year? What month was this?
August
of 78. He might have one before then. Because they split what? March? Oh, he's showing off the guns there.
Scratching.
Because the split was what? March or April of 77. So they might have had one by then. I don't know. I have to look it up.
I didn't know. I didn't know if because this is such a Bockwinkel match. I didn't know if this might have been the first time. You know, and
it's probably the first one of this little. They probably had a couple-week run. Now, if they do a couple-week runs, that's right. They didn't bring it back.
Well, at least not the net. Yeah.
Oh, nice boot! That kick looked good from Bockwinkel.
Yeah, it did.
Bockwinkel shoot him off. Backdrop. Nope. Big knee. What do you call it? Kitchen sink? Is that what they call that?
Yeah, that's what they call it now. Yeah. You know where that came from, right? It came from those N64 wrestling games. I don't know where the actual name kitchen sink came from, but like in those N64.
Oh, the crossbody! Oh my god!
But wow. that's what it was called in those.
Oh, big slam! Flip. Another side headlock. Everything they're going to get it again at the end. They're going back to the headlock. Yes, they won't call it kitchen sink. Back then it was just called watch the knee.
Yep.
Watch the knee. Oh, how did Bockwinkel get the headlock over on him?
I think he pulled hair or something while.
Okay, because Heenan was with drew the ref, and the camera went with them instead of staying on the. And somehow Bockwinkel got the advantage. He choking him.
Yep.
Bockwinkel's cheating.
No.
There's no skirt on that ring at all. Look at that.
There's no what?
Skirt.
Oh yeah, no.
And you can tell there ain't much padding on that thing either. Look.
Oh yeah, no. It's carpet padding, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Or just carpet.
Huh?
Or just carpet.
What? I bet it's just carpet. Yeah, it's a roll of carpet. Now Bockwinkel's starting to work the head.
Judging by the time of this match, this may be his heat.
That's what I'm thinking too. Lawler's got him up. He's gonna shoot him off. No. Oh, maybe. Oh, he's gonna reverse out of it to a top wrist lock. He can grab the hair. Bockwinkel's gonna grab the hair. And now. Grab the hair, yanks him down.
He's just going to keep him grounded for the heat. So I bet there's going to be a real good fiery comeback.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But then these people might be into this. I just don't know because there's no sound. But they might be into it. I mean, because
I just clicked on the sound real quick. They're into it. They're making noise. They're not going crazy, but they're yelling out.
Oh yeah. We're gonna make it to the headlock right now. There's people calling. They're sitting in the front row. They're clapping, trying to get the "Go Jerry Go" chant going.
This may be really early on. This may be one of the first ones, and they just kept it as minimal as possible for the first one.
Yeah.
Because Lawler got a lot of shots at Bockwinkel.
Yeah. Lawler firing up. Drops the elbow on the back of the neck. Oh, is he getting his comeback? Ooh, big punch. Bockwinkel was out from a punch. He's down.
Calhoun actually admonishing Lawler for a punch.
Yeah. Well, that didn't happen later on, did it?
No.
All they're going to do now, another big punch. Boom. I don't know if this is the setup for the punch gimmick.
No, I've seen clips from that match. Unless Lawler starts just laying him out with it later. Dang it, there was a clip. Crap.
It was clipped.
I'm disappointed. I thought this was the whole match. It couldn't have been that much clipped out, though, because...
Oh, has he got color? Bockwinkel? I think he's got color because he's hit him like 50 times. I think this is the setup for the punch match.
That disappoints me then, because... I skimmed through this to make sure it wasn't clipped, and it didn't look clipped, and I must not have just hit that spot.
That's all right. We're getting the gist of it. Look at Bockwinkel begging off with his hands behind his back, begging off the corner. Boom, big boot, another big punch. Yeah, I bet this has to do with the punches. Right before it skipped, it was punch, and then when we got to this part, it's all been punches. It's Nightmare. Here comes the piston punch.
One of my favorite things he does. I love those.
Yeah, they look good. They always have.
His piston punches are so good.
Look at Bockwinkel flopping, selling. Yeah, I bet this leads up to that because that's all he's doing is just punching. Whips him off. Oh, that elbow looked good. That got him in the mush, didn't it?
Yeah.
Bockwinkel pattern out over to Bobby. He's going to slide out and double noggin. Yeah, there it is. Boom! Double knocker. Heenan goes down. I bet they popped on that. Bockwinkel back in. Over the slam. Is he going for the atomic fist drop? Yep, here he goes. Atomic fist drop. And bam! Heenan comes in and breaks up the cover.
Yep, and there's the DQ.
Yep. Bobby putting the boots to Lawler.
And the $500 per punch was 84.
Oh gosh, we're way off. Whoa, that was the finish, isn't it?
Yeah, that was it.
That's short and sweet to the point, wasn't it?
Right, well, not as short because, there's a clip that I didn't realize was there.
How much long was it? 16 what?
The 16:06 was the time of the video.
Did the results that you looked at last week, did it have the time on it?
Not that I remember, but I
Cage Match sometimes puts the times on Cage Match, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, let me check on that real quick.
Because I don't think database puts the times. I think Cage Match does sometimes.
It's probably if it was
I don't think
if it was recorded.
I care now. I bet it didn't. I probably didn't get a lot cut out of it. I don't think. Lawler was firing up when it cut, and he was then got Bockwinkel.
Yeah, they don't have any times on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if it was. I'm thinking it might have went 20 minutes, maybe 25. Because
I'm sure we didn't miss a lot, but
because wasn't there like 20 matches on that card?
I think there was 8, but one match had like 10 people in it.
Yeah, I bet we didn't miss about 5 minutes, maybe. I don't think we missed a lot. Like I said, Lawler was when it cut, he was starting to rock him, and then when it flipped, he was rocking him. So I mean, you can only punch him so many times. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know the way Bockwinkel sells them, man.
But still, I'm just saying though. I'm thinking maybe 5 minutes. I don't know about him just punching 10 minutes straight. That would,
Yeah.
So I don't think we might have get close to about 5 minutes of it out.
But I mean, that's good. It was a real basic, pretty much a get it again match, and then
so you said so the punch match was in '84.
The $500 punch match was 84.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's somebody could have been it because man, they that's all Lawler did was punch. Dang. Huh. 84. Huh. I thought I saw it. Yeah, I'm looking at the thing. Yeah, that's definitely older Lawler. 20 punches, $500 per punch. Yeah. I'm looking at the game. It's definitely later on. Wow. Did you look? Okay, you said the next week Bockwinkel wasn't there. Can you look up and see when he came back to Memphis? Is there any way you can find that out real fast?
I think probably not real fast, but this will be edited. So
you're not like what's his name? Man, I'm going my mind. I can't think anybody's names. You're not Conrad Thompson fast.
Well, he has a whole team
pulling that stuff up. Oh my gosh, you didn't watch AEW last night, did you?
I didn't. I've seen some highlights from it, and man, that card looked amazing.
Dude, did you see the clip of Arn Anderson falling?
No.
Did you hear about it?
I saw someone say something about Arn online.
He was on the apron going around the ring post, come to the other side on the apron, and when he went to go around the ring post, he slipped off and fell backwards off the ring.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I saw some people saying they thought it could be a part of the angle with Malachi Black, but I don't know. No,
because they did this spot where Cody knocks him off the apron. You wouldn't have him come off the apron 2 times back to back.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. But then again, you never know. I know one thing, Cody is not over at all. That whole crowd was from Black. But my thing is, though, they did really nothing for him to get heat, Something really good.
He kicked Arn in the face.
Yeah, but after that, but they hadn't did nothing. They hadn't did nothing with it. There's too much in between. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like every time Cody's on, people are not liking him even more. I think he should have beat up Brandy last night. I think he would have got heat then. Well, I don't know. A lot of people like Brandy, but yeah, she came back, and I was like, ugh. But dude,
he came back to Memphis real quick. Let's see, where was his first time back in Memphis? His first time back in Memphis was September 18th of 78, but he wrestled Jimmy Valiant.
And when was this? Oh, you just told me 10
September
minutes ago.
18th, 1978. And then he was back on the 25th.
Okay, match was in August, right?
Yes.
And then he came back in
September 18th, and then again on September 25th, both wrestling Jimmy Valiant. And actually on the 25th is in the Cook Convention Center. It wasn't in the Mid-South Coliseum.
I'm trying to wonder what was up with that. So somebody had to bring you back to Lawler. Unless...
When did Lawler break his leg?
No, that was 80.
Okay.
First week of 80.
And
there was sometime in January.
He wasn't back in Memphis for the rest of 78.
Why would you do that finish if you're not going to bring it back?
I don't know.
Who did Lawler work on those cards?
I'll have to look up those cards. One sec.
I'm sorry.
I mean, we don't have a cracked scaff here. We don't even have crack here.
He said crack. Oh, man.
Oh, let's see. Events 1978. Thank you to Cage Match. Did somebody buy Cage Match, or is that the other one somebody bought?
I don't know. I use Wrestle Database, and Cage Match. So I use.
All right. So on the 18th, so September 18th, this is the one that was at Mid-South Coliseum. The card was as follows. Tag team match, Tommy Gilbert and Wayne Ferris versus Frankie Lane and Mike Boyer. Singles match, Mr. Wrestling versus Jackie Welch. Guarantee that was not Mr. Wrestling.
I wonder if it was, because I know Dick Steinborn did it in Memphis at different time periods. I wonder if that might have been Dick Steinborn.
Let's see. We've got the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship being defended. Nelson Royal versus Terry Sawyer.
Singles match. Terry Sawyer was really good amateur wrestler. He was really good.
Check this next one out. Singles match. Tommy Gilbert pulling double duty. And not only is he pulling double duty, he's wrestling Lou Thez.
Oh, my gosh. That'd have been good.
Then world title match. Bockwinkel versus Valiant. Main event was tag team match. Lawler and the Stomper versus Jean-Louis and Joe LeDuc.
Now, what was Lawler in the other one when Bockwinkel was working Valiant? What was Lawler doing on that show?
All right, so about to go to that. Real quick on that one before I leave it. So this is the one at the Mid-South Coliseum. Attendance was 5,307 people. And then let's go to the 25th. This is in the Cook Convention Center. It does not have an attendance on that. And this was a 5-match card. This was Terry Sawyer versus Verlin Biggs. Mm-hmm. Tommy Gilbert versus Frankie Lane.
Okay. Nelson
Royal versus Bill Dundee. Jerry Lawler versus Joe LeDuc. And then Nick Bockwinkel versus Jimmy Valiant.
So Lawler must have been in a feud with LeDuc at the time.
Yeah.
It just seemed like they were a different finish, though.
I mean, they probably didn't want to beat Lawler, and that's what they came up with. That's the only thing I can think.
That or they didn't know when they was on. Maybe those 2 dates came open, and they brought Bockwinkel in. They already had Lawler. I'd like to see who Lawler was worked the week before this match.
You could keep me busy. All right, I'll look in just 1 second.
It's just I'm just want to. It's interesting, man, because it's like, well, why wouldn't they come back with this?
Yeah.
With that kind of finish, because Lawler should be mad that he just lost his title shot.
You said you wanted the week before this one we just watched, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a gist of who Lawler worked before, and we looked the week after, didn't we? I don't think we remember.
Yeah, we did look at the week after.
I can't remember who Lawler worked though.
All right, so I was able to find the show preceding this, and the card is as follows. By preceding this, I mean preceding the match we just watched. 8/14/1978 from the Mid-South Coliseum. Tommy Gilbert versus Abdul Zattar. Beverly Shade and Natasha versus Ann Casey and Sherry Lee. Bill Dundee versus Jimmy Valiant. Nelson Royal versus Jackie Welch. And main event for the Southern Heavyweight title, Joe LeDuc versus Jerry Lawler. So yeah, he was obviously involved with something with LeDuc.
Okay, and so the Southern title is most likely the winner. Bockwinkel comes in, and yeah, it's a one-shot deal. That's what I'm thinking. But so Valiant is a heel.
Is he?
Working Dundee.
I mean, Dundee was a heel as well.
Not in 78.
Well, okay. So on this card, Dick the Bruiser was always a babyface when he came in, right?
I can't
Because
remember.
on the same card that Bockwinkel wrestled Lawler, Dundee was in the 8-man tag with Dick the Bruiser, Tommy Gilbert, and Wayne Ferris. And the team that they were facing was Jean-Louis, Joe LeDuc, and the Valiant Brothers.
Yeah.
So they would have been heel. Okay.
Well,
Wayne Ferris as a babyface is strange.
well, they turned him just a little bit after that. He joined up with Valiant and bleached his hair.
And I assumed Dick the Bruiser was a babyface just because he was like a big draw. But
yeah, okay. So basically, they got Bockwinkel in for a night. They let the Southern champion go against Bockwinkel. I'm thinking maybe they had 2 dates, maybe. Maybe it's just kind of odd how he come in those 2 dates and not going against Lawler, unless in between there somehow Valiant got the Southern belt, which wouldn't make sense. He's feuding with. I wish I had I'm afraid if I pull my laptop up, anything it'll cut this off. I'd look it up, so you're gonna have to look at everything. But that's just kind of weird though. But he comes in 2 weeks in a row out of nowhere and works Valiant.
yeah, let's see if he was even the Southern Heavyweight Champion, because it's funny, that rule only applied sometimes that the Southern Champion would get the shot. It was so funny.
But most time it was.
So Lawler did win it on the 14th. Lawler dropped it on the 28th to Joe LeDuc.
Okay.
And Lawler won it back on September 4th.
They're switching back and forth with it.
Yeah, so he won it back, but he didn't get the title shot.
I'm just wondering if the LeDuc and Lawler thing was so hot that they didn't want to, and they just got.
I mean, it could be they brought the Stomper back for it and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. So. That's what makes me think that maybe Bockwinkel got some open dates, and Vern called Jarrett and said, "Hey, we got these new dates open. Do you want to use Bockwinkel? Maybe,
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, because it's if you're bringing the Stomper, they've been switching the belt back and forth. That's a hot angle. So you wouldn't want to take away. You've already did it for 1 week. You wouldn't want to take it away again. And you already got the Stomper coming in and all that. So that's what I'm thinking probably happened. That had some open dates, and Vern probably called Jarrett and said, "Hey, that's what I'm thinking."
That would make sense. It's just so funny how like they always were so heavy about that. Southern title always gets the shot.
Yeah.
Unless they don't want it to.
Yeah. But 9 times out of 10 though, it was because they would do angles off from it. Who would get the, I want the belt because I want the title shot coming up, next month, and so they do a lot of angles off of that stuff too. That was a good pick. And now I got to find me another pick because I didn't realize my pick that I had set up was a Bockwinkel match. Yeah, I don't pay attention to things anymore, or I just can't remember things. Yeah, I'm going to save that Bockwinkel match for some other time. Dang, it was going to be a good one too.
But while you're looking at that up, I'm going to give a sneak peek, but it's not live or launched yet. But I have begun that project that I alluded to last time of I'm opening a page on Store Frontier for pro wrestling wear. As of right now, I don't plan to have any of my wrestling merchandise on there. I still plan to keep pro wrestling tees and pro wrestling merch. But I am working on getting together a site to sell just some general wrestling related merchandise. So it wouldn't necessarily be marketed for one specific wrestler or anything. And me and Quentin have talked about some ideas, and we've always been kind of marks for the t-shirts and stuff like that, especially the older stuff and old logos and stuff. So we're thinking about putting something together to get some cleaned up, modernized. If it's fun, make some funny shirts, make some nostalgic shirts, just put some stuff out there that we think would be fun to wear, and hopefully you guys would think it too. Once we get everything launched and all that, I will share it. But I uploaded 2 designs today, and I really like this Store Frontier site because you can get just about anything. They have t-shirts, lady shirts, kids shirts, long sleeve shirts, the baseball tees, hoodies, sweatshirts, tank tops, tie-dye shirts, which I love, V-necks, and this popped me too, aprons, baby onesies, hand koozies. They've got some face covers. They've got some sweatpants, which I don't have anything for yet, but I've got stuff in my mind to get designs on those. But yeah, man, so more news will be out on that when we get everything hammered down, and I'll get a few designs on it so we can release it, and there will be some options. But I did get to put on a design that I've wanted to put out there forever. And as well, this will be the official home of our Territorial Rasslin review T-shirt. Because while I do love pro wrestling tees and do love PW merch, sizing is sometimes hard. And Storefront Tier, I will say, has at least 2 shirts that go up to a 5X. So we'll be able to have bigger shirts for our bigger folks. And yeah, I've got a whole bunch of funny designs and just designs that mean something to me in my head. And Quentin's been shooting some stuff that we're thinking about modernizing, and it could be some fun stuff. But I just wanted to get that out there while Quentin was looking for that. I've got the page pulled up in front of me, and once I get it hammered down and get the page all put together, I think it's going to look nice, and hopefully you guys will like it.
Sounds good. I have no idea where we're going next week because I had that picked. I have one other I was thinking about doing, but it's long.
How long are we talking?
Yeah, too long.
Quentin had a 90-minute Iron Man match picked.
No, it's close. I'm going to go back to it. 30 minutes and 36 seconds.
That's not bad. We've done longer.
But I'm looking at the people in it. I don't know if that's going to be that good, though, going that long. Like when I bookmarked it, I didn't look at the time. I'm going to, by the time we get done on this, I'll have it picked out.
All right. So into the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, we will know what we're going to be watching next week.
Well, actually, I think I'm going to go with this because I just pulled it up. It's 4 minutes in and the match hadn't started. Still getting the, what do you call it, pomp and circumstance, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means it's coming from Japan. So we're going to go with this. I don't think I have the year. No, of course I don't, because my stupid TV don't do the gimmick. So we're going to go to Japan. It is Dusty Rhodes against, I'm assuming, trying to tell by the belt, it's the maybe WF title match champion Bob Backlund.
Oh,
very classic, very different styles.
Yep, and I found it. Is this uploaded by, let's see, Flair Fan 216?
You got it.
All right, I will save that to my watch later. That's what we will be watching.
Can you find the date? Does it have the date on it? Because I can't pull it up on my TV.
Gotcha.
It won't never pull.
While I'm looking for that, it was May 27th, 1980.
So they done went to the 2 W's by then, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Or sometime that year. We'll just go with WWF.
Yeah, no, I don't know at all, but I think I may have seen this match. But if I have, it was once and very long ago.
So you don't remember it?
No, not one bit. So I had I got from High Spots a Dusty Rhodes, Best of Dusty Rhodes, but all their stuff to get around copyright, obviously, was from Japan. Mm-hmm. So it was all Dusty Rhodes in Japan.
Yeah.
Which was cool. So I remember there being a match with him and Bockwinkel. Not Bockwinkel, I'm sorry, him and Backlund. I'm not sure if it was this one or not. I have seen a match with him.
Okay. So it's been long enough where you don't really remember it?
I don't remember a thing about it.
Okay, good. Okay.
So many of the matches I've seen, like, I'd go to sleep to wrestling. You know what I mean? So it doesn't mean I sit there and studied.
Yeah.
For many years, I slept to the sounds of wrestling.
Hey, you pick it up while you're sleeping. It's in your,
Yeah, it's osmosis.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. I knew it was something like that. I didn't want to butcher it too bad. Oh, me. So, that's a good little match.
Now, that's one of the few times we'll be in New Japan Pro Wrestling, too.
Was it New Japan?
Yeah, Inoki's on commentary.
Oh, it was, because what's that? What'd you say?
Inoki's on commentary.
Okay. Well, that would make sense, too, because, yeah, that makes sense because they had an agreement with New Japan. New York did.
Yep.
But Dusty, that's kind of odd because Dusty, well, see, that's the thing. That, the 70s time period up until basically till Junior took over, everybody kind of, we've talked about this before about, we've seen Dusty work Graham in the Garden.
Yeah.
It intertwined. I mean, I know New Japan, All Japan, they didn't really intertwine, but it seemed like All Japan was NWA at that time, and New Japan was New York, WF, but Dusty was booking Florida, which is...
Yeah, I think there's obviously the Eddie Graham tie-in, but I also don't see Dusty doing the All Japan style.
No, because the New Japan it was more American style at that time.
Well, yeah, and like he was okay with more gimmicks. Like later, obviously, he'd be the total opposite.
Yeah.
But he was, he'd go total
No, he was
opposite.
gimmick. I know he was gimmick. He was all MMA gimmick to not kill the promotion.
Yeah, it was
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
it got wild there for a while for sure.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But like I said, there's really no, I think it was, which had you guys that came over a lot. They were working for All Japan or New Japan. But I think the Americans just come over once every blue moon. I think they just went either way. I think, so that's what I'm thinking. So like Hanson, he was just Baba. So
for the most part, he did have a run in New Japan for a little bit.
Really?
He did a little bit with him.
Wow, I knew Brody jumped ship, but I didn't know Hanson actually worked for Inoki. That's why I like doing this, learn stuff new.
Yeah, I believe, I'm trying to remember when, but I believe like that's when he wrestled Hogan on that Japanese show. Because let's see.
Oh, was this like before he went mainstay in Japan, or was he just going back and forth here and there?
I'm actually not sure. That I'm looking, pulling it up here. So he did New Japan from 77 to 81.
Okay.
And then he went back again in 90. So 90 would have been probably where he worked with Hogan.
Yeah.
But he did All Japan from 81 to 90, it says. And then from 91 to 01. So something happened in 90, and he left for a little bit.
Wow. I mean, Baba must have had a little disagreement about something. Probably. Who knows? Who knows?
When he first came in 77, though, it was off the breaking San Martino's neck storyline.
Yeah.
Oh, and he came into New Japan in 90, where he had the infamous confrontation and match with Vader. And we all know about that one.
Oh, yeah, the eyeball.
Yeah, but so he only did a couple matches after that. He did a couple matches after that and went back to All Japan.
Just wondering if maybe Baba said go. I wonder if he said, I'm wondering like maybe Noki offered him a bunch of money and Baba said go
take it and come back.
And come back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And you know what? That would be, wanting to know that question, because I'm sure it's covered, would be a good reason to go over to our friend Scott Teal's page, Crowbar Press, and pick up Stan Hansen's autobiography.
Oh, what a lead-in.
Yeah, you like that? You like that?
It was good, yeah. Sure was. And after you do that, I want you to go over to the WMF page and WMF YouTube page and watch Kevin Jones. And maybe my next JP has watched it by then, maybe.
I feel like that segue was pointed directly at me.
No, it's pointed at anybody because it's would you call it like a cult classic? Is that what you call it?
Yes, that's what I call it. It's so bad it's good type thing.
You know what my favorite part is?
The racial slurs that Kevin Jones probably drops.
Well, yeah, that Kevin Jones' mic work, his racial mic work, and Fest Love, man, Fest, he was hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, Fest was great.
Oh my gosh, I think about it. I was like, why in the world? Because I'm sure I thought it would have been entertaining then. That was really more immature then, and think everything's funny then. And it was like 9 million degrees in that dressing room. Why in the world did I go up there and just sit up there? I had to be doing commentary, just sit up there and listen to him. Definitely would have been better sitting in that hot butt dressing room down there. Yeah, he's hilarious, man.
Yeah, no, Fest was funny. That's why, like, before I learned about WMF, I was a fan of the Dandy Sports Show.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was a mark for Dandy.
So they plugged WMF, and I'm like, what's this? Oh, it's on this same channel. And I would catch it whenever it came on, or sometimes just random times because, MTSU TV's hurting for content. And I became a fan of that. Never went to a live, well, I guess I technically did go to a live show because that benefit for the Captain D's murders was a WMF show. But beyond that, never went to a live show. But Watched every episode of Medium Rare.
I want that money to start putting, see if he can start putting the dates of when these shows were, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's so they're random, so you're trying to figure out, you know, what day was, you know.
I'd still love to have him on for an interview. I don't know if he'd ever do it, but I'd still love to have him on because I'd love to pick his brain about a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, just in the general behind the scenes business, I don't know how much he had to do with actual promotion because I know that was Cheatham's thing, but I know he was very hands-on in the improvement of that company.
Okay, he had nothing to do with the booking, far as I know, but he was all about promoting, and you know, he was. This is what's he spent a lot of money on. You know, that's what he spent a lot of money back then. Because what it looks like, I mean, if you think it looks kind of ratty now on tape, you should have seen it before he, you know, actually tried to clean it up a little bit.
Right.
And because it was just an old mechanic's garage, and so he spent a lot of money just cleaning it up and putting up the tarps around the walls and stuff. He was the one I think got us the deal at the Armory. I'm pretty sure of that he's the one that got us. When, so we left Laverne and we went back to Grand Slam USA in Smyrna, Tennessee, and we could only stay like 6 months at a time because of the soccer season, and we had nowhere to go. And Brian didn't want to shut back down, and I want to say he helped us get in the Armory. I think I could be totally wrong on this, but something is sticking out in my head that he helped us get in the Armory, and something to deal with. There was on that base there was like a special needs school, and they worked at a deal. I think it was tied into us getting the Armory. I could be totally wrong, but for some reason it's clicking in my mind that he worked at a deal with that school of letting them in free so we could get the Armory because they had wrestling at the Armory. But for some reason that's sticking out in my mind that he got us the Armory. I said, I could be totally wrong. So Monty, if you're listening, let me know if I'm right on this or not.
Or just come on and we'll ask you.
Yeah, just come on if you ever want to. But even if you don't want to come on, at least let me know. Make sure it's I'm not just thinking something. But I do remember one time he had a bunch of flyers printed off. It was Monty, Dieter Brock, and the two Wave boys. What was their name? Wave. Sean and Shane Wave, maybe? I can't remember. My mind's so jacked up. They went out to the I-24 Expo. And one of them got on one entrance, one of the other entrance was handing out the flyers. Monty printed them all up himself, and they went out there and spent a whole Saturday out there. So he put a lot of time and money. He put in, I think he redid the lights, but too much as they would allowed him in the Armory for TV to get it lit up better in there, but it was so dark. He spent so much money of his own out of pocket, you know. So, but yeah, the booking. I'm not very Brian cheap on this, but his booking was just because I guess because I'm old school, but his booking to me was just I didn't understand it. I think that's why he let me book a lot of my own stuff. You know, but the people, it seemed like they liked his booking, so I mean, I don't know. But some of the stuff I didn't understand. But I think it's like I said, that's I guess why he let me basically book my own stuff after a while. But it's one of those niche things, you know.
Yeah.
You're gonna like it or you're gonna hate it, you know.
Well, and it's one of those ones that, like, watching later, you can get a whole new fan base, and I hope Monty does that. You know, I hope it works for him. But we're pushing it. Hopefully, it does.
Man, I wish he did more than one match a week. Because after I watch a match, I'm like, I want to see something else, you know.
Yeah.
I wish. I know it's just too much work. He's got to get these, clean them up. Some music he can do, some music he can't. He's doing a lot of work. I would love to see whole episodes so I could watch what storylines there were, you know. It seemed like the Tommy Big Figure, Brian Cheatham angle forever. You know, they kept it going forever. You know, you get interested in it, and you know. But I just know it'd just be too much work to do whole episodes, you know, to put on there. They just don't, you know, one match a week after it's a lot of work. You know, he has a real job, so and he ain't making no money off his stuff. So I just wish maybe one day he'll be able to start putting, you know, 2 on there or something. But until then, just go to the WMF YouTube page and check it out. And they got a Facebook page too, don't they?
They do have a Facebook page, WMF Meet 'em Rare, over on Facebook as well as YouTube.
Yeah, so go check out their Facebook page too. It's about matches and stuff. Yeah. And mind if you're listening, put some more matches of me on there. You only have like 2, I think. We're the tag team champions forever. Anyway, you sent me a link to one of my old matches from 2001. Yeah, 2001.
Yeah, my friend Chris had sent me a match. Someone is starting to upload. We thought it was just going to be Nashville and Tennessee area stuff, but I think they're uploading their wrestling collection because it's very varied in what they have. But it's just all sorts of wrestling TVs. The YouTube user is Kayfabe Mark, but it's got NWA from Nashville, different NWA territories. It has TWA, which was it Texas Wrestling Association, Shawn Michaels group?
That sounds close enough.
Yeah, and most recently, he has downloaded the Hermie Sadler UWF TNA joint show that they were running in Virginia. And you said you've seen a couple of them, and those are really good shows.
Yeah, back in my trading days, I got some of those in on the trade one time. It was basically TNA guys. At the beginning, it was really good. Good stuff. It's basically because I think they even used the 6-sided ring too. I do believe.
Yeah, well, I do know at the time TNA wasn't running house shows, correct?
Not to know of.
So that was practically their house shows, probably.
Yeah, because I think at the time they were still getting those guys still getting to work. They worked TNA, working Hermie Sadler shows and Ring of Honor shows. All those guys. And but yeah, I want to say they had it. I know on one of the shows I had on DVD they had the 6-sided ring. So, but yeah, that's most of the few I saw. I got them traded pretty good. But getting back to that, go check that guy's YouTube page. He's got stuff, and it was the show was what was it? Worldwide NWA Worldwide. It hadn't changed to NWA Main Event by that time. It was still worldwide, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was worldwide.
Because Mike Porter, he's running the fairgrounds. It was me and Farron Fox. Sweet and Sassy, we were the Mid-America Tag Team Champions going against Jeff Daniels and Tim Ernesto.
So had they been World Tag Team Champions yet or no?
No, that was after. Yeah. We were me and Farron were the baby faces. Imagine that. And the match started. They start the match off during the heat, and so heat's on me. And I still remember this. Jeff saw me. He goes, "Hey, she can go shoot me in and calls for a small package." I never did a small package in my life. So I'm like, well, gotta go with it. So I grab him and kind of flop over, and we go over. And before I even saw this the other night when I rewatched it, I still remembered it. I was trying to hook his leg with my leg, and I was like kicking my leg. My legs were so short, I couldn't reach his leg, and you could see on the video I'm sort of kicking my leg. It was funny, but we had we were actually kind of getting over. We're doing the deal where we wasn't beating nobody, but we kept winning because New South, which is Corey and Ashley Hudson, and then Jeff Daniels and Tim Ernesto, they were wanting the belts. So we had the belts, and they kept interfering each week on each other, so they wouldn't win the belts, and they'd get the next shot. So we had it set up. Well, Farron set all this up because we had to work Daniels and Ernesto 2 weeks in a row, and Dominic kept interfering. So Farron had this idea, because Farron was real good buddies with, she was a ballet named Savannah. She worked for Burt for a while, worked for Porter, but she hadn't worked in probably 6 months maybe or so. And Farron was like, well, we'll bring in Savannah when, something interference. Jeff and Dominic was okay with it. Porter was okay with it, but he said, I had to okay it with Burt. Because at the time, that was Mike Porter's TV, but it was under Burt's time slot, Burt's thing with the TV station, Burt's contract with the sports arena in Nashville. Burt was getting ready to start back up. He'd been doing Music City and all that. He shut down for a while. Porter took over his Saturday thing. Then he was going to start USA up. He did it I think in the summer. So I think Bert actually agreed to it first, and then by the time we got to the sports arena that night, Bert told Porter if she comes in the building, he's shutting it down.
Nah, man.
So Porter had to come. He went and told Farron that if she comes in the building, she can't come. She can't do it. It's off. The angle's off because Bert don't want her in the building. I don't know what who knows what it's all about and all that. So Farron got mad. He was mad. He's like, I'm done. He told Porter, said, it's my last night. I'm done. And I was like, oh, piss. And he said, he came to me. I said, man, he goes, I'm sorry. I said, you know what? You're standing up for something you believe in, so I'm not mad at you. Nobody stands up for themselves in the wrestling time. So nobody stands up for themselves. You're actually standing up for something you believe in, so I couldn't be mad at you, And so we dropped the belts out. We weren't supposed to drop them for another month, I think, or at least, almost another month. And we dropped the belts that night, and it was done. I was like, we were just starting to get a little over. You see, we were there the year before working for Bert, and we were heels. And then when Porter came, he brought us back and made us baby faces and everything. And we were starting to get, like I said, we're starting to get over. And, like I said, I don't know what it was with Bert and Savannah, but I was like, the whole thing was good. It was the whole three team gimmick was getting over. And we were starting to get over to baby faces. And I think Savannah coming in, doing the little thing with Dominique, I think it would have popped a little bit. People, it's like, man,
Yeah, what could
have
been.
So he leaves, and so we drop the belt. So what are you going to do with me? Can't leave me, babyface. So I think the next week, they turned me heel. I turned on Lance Dreamer. And on that episode, not that episode, I found another episode on there that I had. It was later, like 3 weeks later. Yeah, we did it was, this was what was weird. So Porter was running Ashland City that night. And then Bert ran Lebanon. They didn't advertise Bert's show at all on the TV. They advertised the crap out of Porter's show in Ashland City. So we got to Coleman Studios where we taped where they did the TV editing and we taped our promos and stuff. It was a Wednesday night, I think we did. I think it was on Wednesday nights. Wednesday or Thursday nights, I can't remember. So I get to Coleman to do interviews, and they turned me heel the week before on Lance Dreamer. So I'm thinking I'm just going to program with Lance Dreamer, right? Because Brother Ernest just paid me off to turn on Lance Dreamer. So I'm thinking I'm going to be in, Brother Ernest's stable with the Devils, right? I mean,
I'm assuming not right.
Huh?
That I'm assuming not right.
That's a heat getter. 2 devils, a homosexual, and a fake preacher. How could you not get hit with that collection, So, I'm sorry, a TV evangelist. So I'm thinking, okay, so I'm there at Coleman, and then Porter's talking about, he's like, hey, we're bringing you a new partner. I was like, who is it? He said, Skinny Kenny. I was like, oh, yes, that's going to be good. That's going to be awesome.
Skinny Kenny Arden was awesome.
Oh, I love Kenny Arden. Bless his heart. God rest his soul. I was like, oh, that's going to be so much fun. And so we cut the promos for Ashland City. I'm working James Storm. So James cuts his promo, talks about, of course, me being fat and all this and that, and going to kick my ASS, and all this and that. And so it's time for me to do my promo. Because he said, somebody said, you get the privilege of being in the ring with James Storm. And I got him first, and I said, hey, James Storm, you better scratch that, reverse it, pal. It's an honor for you to be in the ring with me, buddy. He said, you just started. I've been around for a while, Guess whose interview didn't air?
Yours?
Mine. And guess who went to Ashland City? Was told to go to Lebanon to work for Bert that night.
I'm guessing you as well.
Yeah. Guess what? Skinny Kenny never showed up in Nashville.
Did you think Skinny Kenny was even supposed to show up?
Yes. I think somebody got mad because I don't have any proof of this, but you know how things talk about flavor of the month. You might get a little heat.
Oh, God.
So I went to Lebanon, and then who did I do a job to? I did a job to somebody. I can't remember who it was. Yeah, so Skinny Kenny never showed up. I went back the next week. I worked some kid out of Louisiana that came up with. I think he came up with what's the guy from Louisiana? Work at Chase. No.
Cassidy Riley.
There you go, Cassidy O'Reilly. He came up with him, and this guy, he comes around the back and he's talking and everything. He's like, I was like, so what can you do? And he was not a big guy at all. He was like, all these. He's like, I said, well, okay, well, what do you? And I was like, because I've never worked this guy before. I'm not going to go out there and just call it in the ring. It's like, so what do you want to do? What do you want to open up with? We'll go from there. I'll cut you off. I will suplex you. Huh? I said, no. He said, why not? I said, for one thing, you're 150 pounds, and at that time, I was about 340, maybe 350, maybe. I'm trying to think, 01. So I'm probably about 3. I'd go in the middle of 345. I'm like, no, there's no way, dude. And he said, I can get you over. I said, dude, that's not the point. And we'll do something. I said, we're going to keep this basic. And I guess it pissed him off. He leaves. So I'm sitting there. Chris Michael goes, that boy just hell-bent on suplexing you, Quentin, wasn't he? I said, yeah, he was, Chris. But I can't do a Chris Michaels voice. Just picture that in Chris Michaels' voice. He just looks up at me and says that out of nowhere.
You should have just took the suplex, man.
Why?
Oh, I'm kidding.
Okay, I was like...
I wouldn't have took it either.
I said, if you think you can get me over, go ahead, try it. But, so I worked this kid. The match was horrible. The next week I worked Barry. Was that one Barry Houston? Or was he already gone by then? Remember Barry Houston? Was that? I think it might have been. Or was that? I can't remember. No, that was the other run. I called Porter. I said, hey, who you got me working? I think it's I think it's the end of the show. I was like, am I on book for next week's show? She said, yeah, I don't got nobody for you. I said, what about, I got this. I said, if you need somebody, I got a kid up in Smyrna. I said, you need me to bring him in? Let me work him? And he's like, I said, Daniels can vouch for him. And Jeff's like, he said, who is it? I said, Chris Gatlin. He said, yeah, bring that kid in. So I brought him in, shined him up like $1 million. No, scratch that, reverse it. Week before that, I worked, what's the guy from Memphis?
Jerry Lawler.
Huh?
Jerry Lawler.
You what? No, I didn't say hung out at schools. I said the school teacher.
Sorry, you got me on that one. The professor?
No, his gimmick wasn't. It was his. He was bayface for a long time, and then he turned heel, and he wore like the Hogan boas and stuff.
I don't know.
Come on, what is his name?
Matt Stryker.
No, they didn't. They kayfabe he was a school teacher, I think.
I don't know.
Come on, help me, man. You worked that into the Tennessee.
Not a lot.
He looked when he was younger, when he first started, he was bayface, he looked good. And then by the time he got turned a heel toward, actually, I think I was done. I think he actually come to Saul, had the big Hulk Hogan boas. Kevin White!
Oh, God. Yeah, I haven't thought about Kevin in forever. Okay.
Yeah, it was his first night.
I didn't know he was a school teacher.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a football coach, high school football coach.
Is it bad that if you would have said high school football, said football coach, I probably would have guessed it. But for some reason, school teacher, I was like, nope.
Well, I forgot he was a football coach until I started. My brain, it takes a while for my brain to get going.
I didn't have a whole bunch of interaction with Kevin, but when I did work Memphis, his dad would manage me every now.
That's right. I forgot about his dad managing. Okay, so I worked him, shined him up good. And then that's when I said, what's the thing, and he said, that's when I said, about Chris Gatlin. I said, yeah, bring him, Jeff vouched for him, Jeff Daniels vouched for him. I brought him in. I laid out the match. I said, basically laid out the opening spot for him. I bumped my butt off, put him over, we get to the back. Guess who walks in?
Barry Houston.
Burt Prentice. I was like, okay. And he was going around talking. I was like, okay, he's fixing to take back over. He come and goes, Quentin, that was a really good match. You did really good out there with that kid. I was like, I know the world's coming in now. Burt Prentice just gave me a compliment. And so as far as I said, in my next week's show, they said, I don't know, I ain't got the card yet. He said, Tommy Hickey's going to be doing some of the booking. I'll have him call you. So Tommy calls me later in the week. Quentin, we ain't got nothing for you. I was like, all right. So that week we closed down. That was the same week we closed down WMF. Me and Chris Gatlin, because we were running it that time. Because Brian Cheatham, he didn't want to run no more. So me and Chris Gatlin took over. We ran it for 3 months, I think. So we shut down. So there goes my Friday night booking. There goes my Saturday night bookings. I'm like, I ain't got no bookings. What am I going to do? You know? It's like, crap. What did I do? I'm trying to think. I can't remember. I took a couple weeks off. I was like, man, I ain't got nowhere to, I got no shows, you know? So I knew Tim Scruggs was running, but I knew he didn't pay. I was like, well, I'm going to go up there and get me a couple bookings just to keep me over trying, you know, I can find me some bookings somewhere, you know? So I went up there and talked to Scruggs. He's like, yeah. And pay was horrible. I was like, all right. So what was going to be a 2 weeks run there ended up over 2.5 years.
Yeah, because let's say you were there for a while.
Yeah, you know, because see, what was crazy, because after I worked Scruggs those 2 weeks, I moved from Antioch to Mount Juliet, Tennessee, which I'd go out the back way out of my neighborhood, and I could be in Gallatin in 20 minutes, sometimes 15, it depends on traffic.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm getting halfway to get everywhere else, but I'm only at 15, 20 minutes down the road. And you know me, I get lazy and comfortable in places. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stay here for a while. And then I brought Insane Shane in, worked him, then we turned him, and we started teaming. And Lance Dreamer started coming up there. And so we started working with him when he'd come in town. And basically, the whole time I was there, Scruggs let me book my own stuff, basically. He would tell me what he wanted for a finish, but I'd tell him I want to work these guys, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
so, you know,
there's a certain level of where I can see that you can, you know, give up what you would normally have for that. But, I mean, you're one of the only guys on that show getting paid, so.
Yeah. Me and Shane were a lot of nights.
Yeah. So, I mean, you really can't complain too much.
Do what?
Really can't complain too much.
And, you know, there's a lot of nights I was the only one getting paid on WMF Brian Cheatham shows, too. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I was thinking, dude, you know, I was working at Brian Cheatham's there that when we were in Laverne. I lived the next exit down, basically. It took me 10 minutes to get to the building. And what I was making was crazy for driving 10 minutes every Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, you had it easy, man.
I mean, I was making $35 in 2001 to drive 10 minutes, 5 miles.
Yeah.
And
they always say you get paid for the drive. You don't get paid for the wrestling.
So I think that, you know, that was pretty good. And then when they moved to Smyrna, I mean, well, that's another up the road a little bit, but still, you know, still wasn't that bad. But when we was in Laverne, dude, I couldn't have beat that.
No.
5 miles. So what's $35 in 2001 to now?
Oh, let me check.
It's about $50, $60. Wow, probably more than that.
I can't believe we're talking indie payoffs on this show.
We're not supposed to?
I just can't believe we are.
Well, you can edit it out then.
$52.96. That's a good guess.
So would you drive 10 minutes, 5 miles up the road for $50? $50 booking?
I would have to know who I'm wrestling.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I pretty much got pick and choose.
Yeah, like I said, the control comes with a certain level of I'll give up a little bit.
I had most control of who I worked.
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't work a lot of those guys. If you look, I don't
think you had a bad deal at all.
That's what a lot of people thought I did. They're like, why are you working down on those guys? You know?
Nah, I don't think you had a bad deal.
And the Scruggs thing, I mean, it wasn't as good a deal as that, but, you know, basically driving 20 minutes for, you know, I ain't gonna kayfabe it, $15, or I could drive almost an hour and a half to Columbia for 30, you know, and have kind of say so over what you're working, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I got, you know, people are like, why you stay there for, you know, well, you can't be paying good, yeah, but you got to think about what you're getting, you know, and how far are you getting, and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, I've taken less for, you know, a certain match or to be able to have some say so to run an angle that I wanted to run type thing.
Yeah, and it's a
definitely
short
done
trip.
that.
shorter trips.
Short trip helps.
So
yeah, short trip for sure helps.
That's why people say, why do they work in those places? That's why I did. They don't pay. I need to. Like they just say scrubs don't pay, but I was at home. 10:30, 11 o'clock at the latest. And that's because we sit around and shoot the crap after the show's over.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wanted to, I could have been out there, been home by 10 o'clock probably if I wanted to. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, there's a lot of times I think me and Insane Shane were the ones getting paid at Scruggs. And then he would bring people in every now and then. He would bring somebody in, and pay them. And some would cheat them. I know it was when Laverne. He brought in. He bring people in every now and then. He brought in Chris Michaels once. He brought in Stephen Dunn. He brought in Shane Morton and Gary Valiant. Hot Rod Biggs. He brought in Mark Gordy, Troy Eaton. So those guys are getting paid too. But like the regular crew, I think I was the only one getting paid.
Yeah.
Unless he was giving maybe a $5 here and there to guys, maybe. But how'd we get off on that?
I have no idea.
I don't either, man. Good grief. All right, well, go check out my Facebook page, UWA Fez 1976.
Oh yeah,
check it out.
I've seen you've been throwing some stuff up there.
Yeah, I've been putting the Tuesday night UWA cards, the card and the results, and then the next night the Goulas card and result the next night because, like I said, they were running opposition against each other. So, and if you notice, there's big difference in the people that have the style. The guys, you can tell by the way they work, they were different styles.
Well, I mean, Goulas wasn't about that Memphis stuff. Not Goulas, but Thez. I'm sorry, Thez wasn't about that Memphis stuff. Yeah,
I mean they get wild on some stuff, but the majority of the show wasn't. I think that's why he didn't do the good in Nashville is because the style. I mean, they would have some stuff where they would, they would have, but the overall of it, the overall thing of it was in the pro. Even Thez when he started, that's what he wanted. He wanted a different style of a promotion. So yeah, check those out. And am I missing anybody that we usually talk about? Oh, Chris Michaels' book.
Oh yeah, Indestructible, the Chris Michaels story.
Did you get the book?
No, because Chris was double shotting, and by the time I was done, Chris was gone. And I told him I wanted the book.
Yes.
He had another town to make.
Yeah, old double shot. Gotta make that money. Well, if you're not booked on the same show, if you're at the show, pick up his book, go to his Facebook page, hit him up, set up somehow to get his book.
Yeah, and preferably do it that way, guys. Do it either in person or if you go on his Facebook page, they have a Cash App link or a PayPal link, and they'll send it out to you. And I believe he was doing. If you buy a book, you get a free T-shirt. But do it that way because it's on Amazon, but Amazon takes a huge cut. I talked to Chris about that this weekend. Yeah,
go through Chris so it helps him out more. And I mean Amazon's good and simple and everything, but help a brother out.
Yep.
But go pick up Chris's book. We missing anything? Your stuff.
Guys, I'll make it quick because it is getting late. ProWrestlingTees.com/Jeremiah Plunkett. That currently is where the Territorial Rasslin Review shirt is, but that will be changing. Then you can also go to PWMerch.com/Plunkett. And then the only other thing is go to Fight TV and subscribe to the NWA package.
You said package. Oh, sorry. I had to say that. All right. Well, we went way over. We've been too good these last 2 weeks, man. We kept it really short. I believe that was my ramble tonight. Well, we had a long one for once. I hadn't had one in a couple of weeks, so it's bound to happen. All right. You got anything to add?
I'm good, man.
If you're done, I'm done. Stick a fork in her, she's done. For Jeremiah Plunkett, Quentin Charisma. Hey, that's me. Thanks for listening and God bless.
Bye-bye, everybody.